3. I forgot to count for a second. 2, 1. And welcome everybody to episode 48. Fuck, 49. Fuck you. God damn it. Episode 49 of the Comic
Those
Book
numbers,
Cast.
man.
Those numbers are confusing once you get past the single digits. So, anyways, just give us our phone number out there, 1-802-448-2265. And since this is the show before the 50th episode, anything you send in, feel free to send in anything to the voicemail, and we're just going to answer all questions, no matter how stupid they are.
What's your favorite color? Who would win in a fight, a shark or a Dracula?
Dracula.
Shark.
Yeah,
I go
man.
with shark.
But anyways, you guys are probably hearing a bunch of different voices. As always, it's Sarmeen, and today with me is going to be Joel.
Hey, how you doing?
Andy,
Hey, how's it going?
also known as Haterade.
Haterade.
And then we got Hybrid
What's up?
and White Sheep.
What's up?
And you guys will know them because they're on the channel I occasionally go to and recommend their videos and stuff. So
It's the great crossover you've all been waiting for.
it's kind of like the Avengers, except there's more dick. Actually, technically there's less dick because there's
Yeah.
like 8 of them and a black dude, and we're missing our black dude.
We don't have dick either.
That's why I had to lock my windows tonight because he's
I was trying to stack up garbage cans again.
He's climbing in your window.
All right, so first piece of news: the Doctor has been cast as the main Thor 2 villain,
Yeah, holy crap.
yes.
and it's as I said in my preview video. It's obviously going to be the Dark Elves. So what the hell else was it going to be?
Yeah.
What's everybody's take on that?
Awesome. They got a great actor on board to play a really interesting villain. My only question is he going to look like how he does in the comics? Because he looks pretty damn crazy.
Yeah, he does.
I think Thor 2 isn't going to do as good as Thor 1 because it's going to be based on too much fantasy, and it's not going
Blasphemy.
to it's not going to attract as much people as Thor 1 did. Because I mean, I personally like it because it's going like strict comic book route,
Mm-hmm.
and Marvel's doing a really good job with that lately. But I think it's gonna lose out on like the just regular population.
Fantasy's big right now, though. Just look at Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's
and The
one.
Hobbit coming out soon.
Oh.
That's true.
Fantastic.
I think they're gonna set up for Surtur though for Thor 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I feel like
And
they're gonna
Curse,
set up
too.
for that in the second Thor film.
Right.
I kind of agree with Andy on that it's not going to do as well, but I think it's because they lost Brana, and I think that he did a good
Yeah.
job of capturing the Shakespearean kind of
Oh, he did a beautiful
I guess
job.
family relation.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, I think
We're unlucky.
getting Alan Taylor from Game of Thrones, that's a huge boost to that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can slap in the advertisement. They can be like, one of the producers and directors of Game of Thrones,
yeah.
and done. People are just automatically going to gravitate towards that.
There's going to be a lot more
get there and be
boobs
like,
and incest,
They're the
too.
boobs.
Yeah.
Boo.
No.
That's what I want. I want an R-rated Thor movie.
That
Right.
will never happen.
I know it won't, but I can
Now,
dream.
looking at the numbers, I mean, Thor pretty much, it made a great amount of money, so...
Honestly,
and it
It was a real surprise, too.
Right.
That ended up being one of my favorite lead-ins to the Avengers, actually, just because it was so
my favorite.
different. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we all know why Thor did great. It's because the women population flocked to Hemsworth when he took off his shirt.
I do
Just
feel
that
like that...
change.
I do
That's
feel
still
like
there.
women like that,
I'm glad they flipped in the movie. You had the big, beefy dude going after, like, the mousy bookworm girl. I thought that was a nice, flip the script of what usually happens.
Right.
but that's like every romantic comedy ever.
Pretty much. But this time he hit shit with a hammer, so it was awesome.
Now, I still gotta say, what a lot of people, when I talked to them, what attracted them toward Thor was the visual aesthetics. Like, it was
Yeah.
so different than everything else.
Oh,
Like, you looked at Asgard and you were like, oh, I gotta see that shit,
Oh, it's
Uh,
beautiful.
Asgard was well done.
I did like that.
I do not want Natalie Portman in it though. I think
Oh,
they
really? You
should,
didn't like her?
I don't
They
think
should-
she's in it
bro,
again.
they should take a break from Earth.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
should.
She served her purpose. I'm not going to say she was amazing, but...
Right.
Exactly.
I got into a conversation with someone the other day about Natalie Portman, and he was saying that he felt that Thor would have been a lot better without Natalie Portman or the character, and I kind of was like, so you're saying Thor's major love interest from basically every comic shouldn't have been in the Thor movie,
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
no
Superman
Lois Lane.
shouldn't have Lois Lane.
basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm pretty sure I have a theory. Superman was put on Earth just to save Lois Lane.
It seems like that
Think about it.
sometimes, doesn't it?
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, honestly, if they do bring her back, just keep away the sidekick bitch, the one with the giant
Yeah,
tits from the first
Kat
movie.
Dennings.
That was the worst addition to any Marvel movie. Like, it was
Oh,
so
She was
Jesus.
only
forced.
there to spew jokes, which
Uh-huh.
a
She's
couple
not
hit,
listed
but a
on
lot of them
cast.
did.
Kat Dennings.
Oh,
Yeah,
She's
good.
not
Dennings.
listed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Don't
No,
get me
I-
wrong,
I
I
mean-
love looking at her. Just
Yeah, yeah.
From what I can tell, like if I look at what they're saying so far about Thor 2, you're gonna see the first part with Thor still on Earth because in Avengers he didn't travel back yet. So
Hey,
I
he
mean,
went
did at
back
the
with
very
Loki.
end.
They made a big deal out of it.
oh yeah. Well, I mean,
What movie did you watch, Andrew?
no, I don't.
What the fuck?
I think the first part you're gonna see is basically strictly on Earth, and then he'll travel back and they'll do the rest of the movie in the realms. But I
Whatever
don't.
they like, yeah, I have no idea how they're gonna tie her into it, but clearly they're gonna have to tie her into it. So,
Because that was one thing that someone else brought up to me was in the Avengers. It's like, okay, she's at this research institute. Let's not take any time to go see her at all.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Hey, extended cut, maybe.
You mean like that's gonna be on like the third Blu-ray release because they're gonna
Yeah,
fuck us in
maybe.
the ass with it?
it's gonna be worth $20 more.
Which is, we joked before that they talk about her, but they don't talk about Brody from Iron Man. He gets like
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, War Machine. Bet you really could have helped out in this one, but whatever. We already have
Does
one
have more
tough
guns.
black guy. We don't
I'm-
need another one.
Like my bet on that was in Iron Man 3, they're just gonna be like the government didn't want to get involved unless it was a nuke, so they didn't want to send one of their own
And
in,
that's
and
what
that's
I'm
it.
looking forward to as well for these sequels, if they're going to acknowledge what happened in the Avengers.
Oh, they
Because
have
if you
to.
remember,
Yep.
Thor said the only reason he was able to get to Earth was, and they gloss over it, but
Right.
it's one line of dialogue where he says, Odin exhausted all of his power to get
Right.
Thor back to
Well,
Earth.
how
So I
about
wonder
the,
if they're going to deal with
Dark
that.
Force, what up?
Well,
Mhm.
I just like the fact that they're gonna have to move on forward. It's not like Transformers. Transformers 2 after they covered it up. I'm like, how the
Mhm.
fuck did they cover up half of
I
fucking,
know.
like Chicago getting bombed?
Because people
Well-
are dumb, and the audience for this movie is dumb, so they believe it.
Well, and if you look where they where they're one of the locations for Thor 2 is it's going to be great because that's one of the darkest places on Earth and the forest looks really grimy. So I think they're going to really capture the
Yeah.
dark
Mhm.
realm really well. But I was reading what the production says. It's like there's going to be explosions like 20 hours in the day. We're sorry, community, but you're never going to sleep.
That's what we like to hear. I want to hear that they destroyed an entire small town to bring me this movie.
I hope I hope this
Blow
movie
it up.
doesn't pull the This is one part that really bugs me about fucking Harry Potter. Every movie they're like, oh, here's this new device that we didn't tell you about that you could have used in the last movie, but we didn't tell you about it because it wasn't convenient to the plot. I'm like, fuck
Mm.
you.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
I'm getting some real anti-Harry Potter sentiment off here. You're saying you didn't like the time turner that they used once, then
Listen,
never
Harry
used
Potter can
again?
go suck my giant fucking left testicle.
I liked Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just a wimp. Maybe
go
just my
shake your
vagina is
stupid
showing.
stick at something and get the hell out of here.
Slytherin.
Yeah, Slytherin for life.
All right, so let's go on to the second piece of news, which I have no idea about because I don't care. That Dark Knight Returns. What the hell is Part 1? Isn't that
Oh,
one set like one? What?
I think it's
Okay,
Are you
based
talking
so-
about the anim the
Yeah.
Yeah, the animated one. They're cutting
That-
it into two. The big Bruce Timm animated movie of The Dark Knight Returns.
Why is it
they're
being
cutting
split
it
into
into
two? Why?
because it
Because
looks great.
I don't know why.
That's what they do now. I mean, they've split
It's
the
what
last
they do.
movie,
Although
like, what was it,
it's
Harry
funny in the
Potter?
trailer. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. They
Hobbits
show
and-
that scene that they actually did in Batman the Animated Series where he's fighting the mutant guy in the junkyard. Actually,
Uh-huh.
looked pretty cool.
Huh.
I'm excited. I mean,
don't
I
think
know
they
the
should've
last
put-
thing we need now is more Batman, but I'm excited.
I don't think they should have put part 1 in the title because it kind of ruins it. You're like, oh, well, wait a minute. Now I have to wait like
That's what I'm
another
doing
whole
because I'm
year?
not gonna buy. I'm gonna buy when Part 2 comes out. It's the complete
Yeah.
set.
I mean,
I get-
I hate that. Part 1. Well, thanks for telling me it's part 1 because I couldn't gather that from the ending of the movie where they left a big giant cliffhanger. Oh wait, now I have to wait a whole year to like.
Hey Andy, how
go
about
ahead-
your Green Lantern? When's that sequel coming with that epic cliffhanger?
Shut up.
I
Hey,
hope
that's
it
what
never comes out.
that's what I hate about like the Walking Dead shows and like Game of Thrones and stuff. Like they only record like for the half of this year, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're like, wait a minute, what happened in the last episode? Now I have to wait a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
year.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh well.
Oh,
I'm
have you guys
excited
been
for
to
it. if nothing else.
comicbookmovie.com?
Yes.
99 Reasons Why The Dark Knight Rises sucked.
Oh,
An
yeah.
editorial.
Yeah, it's an editorial, but I guess it's been getting so popular now that on the page, on the front page where it's at, they had to put a little like bottom caption thing that says the views expressed in this user editorial do not necessarily reflect the opinion of the owners of the site.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not getting more shit about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you
He
don't want
points
the
out a
bad
lot of good stuff, though.
jihadists coming after you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, the movie
Devin
did suck.
Faraci really hit the nail on the head when he said that, where he's like, yeah, the bat jihadists. So, Rotten Tomatoes had to come out and say, hey, whoa, guys, stop sending death threats. We're disabling comments on this because you guys have taken this way too far.
Well, let's talk about something else that's going a little far. That was a shitty segue. Fuck me. All right, so
Go for it.
Mark Webb may return for Amazing Spider-Man sequel, but it'd be a 2-picture deal if he signs on.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
pretty much
he'd be-
they want to get him, you know?
I'm
Which
cool
he
with
might
that.
not do because he's a young, in-demand director who doesn't want to be tied down to a series. Personally, I don't give a crap. I just thought
Honestly,
the movie
if
was
he
mediocre.
if he doesn't do this, he should just like shoot himself in the head before he starts because you're never gonna get better than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
that's
money.
not true. He could get cast for like the Justice League movie,
Green
and
Lantern.
then and it'd be called the Amazing Justice League movie of retelling a story 4 times in every movie.
I mean, come on, this is only his. Spider-Man was only his second big Hollywood movie. I think the dude wants to try other shit. I can't blame him.
Okay, do we remember what happened with Bryan Singer? He got big with X-Men 2 and decided to shake his dick around in DC, and he fell off the face of the earth.
No, he's still around. He's producing all the other new
Oh,
X-Men movies.
producing. Yes.
He did Valkyrie too. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was
Hey,
alright.
that would have been an actually great segue.
Hey, segue! Days of Future Past.
Yes,
Woohoo!
hell yeah.
Finally.
All right, so let's go one by one. Everybody give me your thoughts. Joel, you first.
Hell yeah, Days of Future Past. It's about time they start putting crazy stuff like time travel into my X-Men movies. I'm all for it.
Okay, Andy, and I know you're the one that's always like, oh, the X-Men movies are fucking terrible. The only good thing's Nightcrawler. What's your take?
Oh, that's true. The third X-Men movie was horrible.
Agreed.
The second movie was the best because it had
Mhm.
Nightcrawler in it.
Nope.
And the first one just sucked balls because it was way too slow and it focused on Wolverine. And I hate
Yeah.
Wolverine.
No, the correct
Well, that's
answer
true
is
in
the
the
best one is
comics,
First
too.
Class, and the worst one is Origins.
That's
Well,
totally true in the
You're gonna
comics,
take
though.
that
They spend
out.
too much
Take
time
Origins
focusing on
out.
Wolverine.
Well, no, I'm talking about the original X-Men trilogy that was out.
Okay.
It was horse shit except for number 2. Number 2 was by far the best. First Class then came along and then threw that out of the water because
All right,
First
well-
Class was amazing.
I thought
And
First Class was-
Azazel. I mean, come on! I got Nightcrawler's father in the movie. You know that in Days of Future Past they're gonna show like Azazel like beating the crap out of Mystique and raping her.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
totally
that's
into
nice.
rape.
It's completely consensual, though. I mean,
All right, so Hybrid, what's your take on it?
Really, all I can think of right now is, in a way, I'm surprised they're going with this, but I hope by them doing this, it'll take out X-Men Origins from like
Mhm.
continuity or whatever.
was
I already
apparent.
thought it
then-
was out because of Emma Frost.
Yeah, true. And then also, I can see them if this does really well. For some reason, they're probably going to be like, "Oh, let's do House of M," but I highly doubt it.
Oh,
But
please
I
no.
can see it.
Well,
I can see it. Marvel's at that state, or Fox is at that state where like they're desperate to do story arcs.
Well, it's like I was reading an interview with Bryan Singer, and he says, the X-Men is a bigger property than the Avengers. It's like, that's so true, but they haven't
Mhm.
utilized it yet, you know?
So many
They've
characters.
only scratched the surface,
Right,
and
I know.
they've made like what? How many movies now?
So, White Sheep, what's your take on it?
I actually love it if it's executed well.
Mhm.
Like Hybrid, I was really surprised to see them going with it because it's like after Origins, it was like, dude, this timeline is so fucked up. I don't know where to
God.
start. But
It's like New
and then-
52.
it's one of those things where I do kind of hope they null out Origins, but I personally just can't wait to see, and I hope they have it because to me that's the most iconic image from that comic is Wolverine
yeah.
getting vaporized down to his skeleton.
Ah, hell yeah.
Oh, I if I can just throw something in there real quick about it, I think what they're gonna end up doing is they're gonna bring Wolverine obviously into it, and then they're gonna throw maybe like they're gonna cast Cable or
No,
a bishop or something.
my feeling
But
is, honestly,
that's
they're
a
gonna
black
pick
guy,
up.
so we don't need a
They're gonna
black
pick
guy.
up. I have a feeling like after X-Men 3, right? It's gonna be like 10, 15 years. I have a feeling they're gonna use Ellen Page and Hugh Jackman, and they're gonna send them back through time. Because honestly, she is such a star now. You put her in there, and you got Fassbender. You have you have what's her name from
McAvoy.
right. You have you have everybody that's now getting their names out there. Like they have the potential to just completely destroy with that movie. So
I could see Patrick Stewart doing a cameo in it.
oh yeah, totally.
Definitely. From what I've heard, Ellen Page might not be available. That's just I think it's a rumor I've heard. It depends on when they're filming. But the other thing I've heard is that it might have something to do with the assassination of JFK, which will make less sense.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Well,
We all know the comedian killed
Crossover with
JFK.
Fantastic Four.
Right. Well, what would you guys think if maybe this movie, if Wolverine does travel back through time, and what if they set up events that he alters the timeline that X-Men 1, 2, and 3 never happened in this timeline, and he just starts a new series? I mean, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
I would be fine with that too.
Yeah, then you
Well,
can,
I'd basically always thought that only the Singer movies were in continuity anyway,
Right.
because he's producing these, and that's definitely the feeling I got,
well,
which I'm fine
then
with.
they could, they could bring in Angel, they could do it more properly, they could bring in Sinister,
I mean,
they're
you
open.
you could potentially see Cyclops back too.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
He's not doing anything right now.
But that was another thing. The Alex Summers thing in First
Exactly.
Class made no sense either.
Maybe it's his father, not his brother.
Well, also,
I don't like
See,
Cyclops.
that's just like a complete. I guess. I mean, I
do you
won't
guys
put it
have,
past the movies, but
do you have the
that's
Blu-ray of the First Class?
Yes.
You go through like the mutant, mutant Cerebro files or whatever. One of the mutants, he's like named as 10 years old, is Cyclops. So wouldn't that make him like 60 by the time X-Men 1 rolls around?
It depends. They never really tell you when the movies are. I was always under the impression that the first one was supposed to take place in the 90s, but that would still make no sense.
Right, exactly.
Well, that's not true, because then if it was in the 90s, you would be looking at McAvoy right now as in the 60s, and he was in his 20s. So that would be about right then if they did it in the 90s.
But
I
for
don't-
a Cyclops, if Cyclops is like 10, and then he would have to be at least like somewhere like 40.
We need to write Bryan Singer and demand he give us a timeline. Demand it. Rabble, rabble.
I don't like Cyclops. He can die. I don't
But
care.
it's Singer
Oh,
was
boy.
fine until.
Oh god.
Especially right now in AVX. Stupid.
Oh, you don't agree with him?
No, I just.
Aw.
Alright, this is what. I can just picture it. Charles Xavier takes out the mind gem because he has it, and he just destroys all of them right there. And
See, I'm
whole
totally
thing.
supporting. I mean, the moment where you have Magneto telling Cyclops that he's not doing the right thing, and Cyclops is still choosing to kill everybody, I love what they've done with him. Like, he's such a bad,
He's a prick.
he is Magneto now, He is the villain,
the
so I'm really
movie
enjoying
version and cartoon versions of Cyclops have always been very different from the cartoon or from the comic versions of him. He's
Right.
really kind of a dick in the comics, which I find really
I
interesting.
don't like him. He's like Damian Wayne to me. He
Yeah,
can die.
that's
I don't care.
a very good
Oh
way to
my
put it.
god.
Cut their heads off.
If Armin knew where you live, you'd be dead right now.
I hate Damian Wayne.
I'm backtracking his IP right now. I'm sending Sean.
I'm not crazy about
I'm
Damian Wayne
backtraced.
either.
So how about
Cyber
Tim
police.
Drake? Tim Drake as Robin. Best Robin.
Yeah.
I agree.
Arguably. He's the only one who actually earned the title.
Much like Red Hood, I think Damian Wayne is cool in theory, but in execution, they haven't done a lot with him
Much
that I
like
like.
everything in DC, I think it's terrible in execution.
He's a little brat. I
Yeah.
mean,
And Batman lets him get away with everything, which is
Basically.
crazy. He wouldn't have let any of the other Robins get
just
away with
see
shit
Batman
like that.
wearing
That's
like
his
a
son.
cardigan and a pipe, reading a newspaper, being like, "Well, okay, son, don't do it again."
Dude,
You know what
I'd
I
be like,
always wanted
get a
him to
baseball
do?
bat, and I'd be like, "You gonna learn today." Let's go.
I see Damian Wayne as Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He's such a
Dude,
fucking
exactly.
Yes.
He even looks like him with just black hair.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh
The
my
thing
god,
I always
you might
wanted
have just hit
Batman
on
to do.
something, Armin, for the next trilogy
Just
of
get
Batman.
fed up with Damian Wayne and just be like, okay, kid, you know what? I'm dropping you off at Titan's Tower. They're gonna deal with you now, not me. I thought that would be an awesome storyline.
Well,
for them to do.
actually, he technically did do that.
did he?
Before New 52 happened, Bruce Wayne did throw him to the Titans Tower in the comic line, but they couldn't handle him.
You know what else happened before the New 52 fucked up everything? An amazing Batgirl comic. Fuck you, DC.
Yeah, we still have
I
a
feel
pretty
like-
damn good Batgirl comic now.
True.
I feel like Nolan knew by including Talia al Ghul and Bruce Wayne in a sex scene in Dark Knight Rises that Damian would most likely come out, so he killed Talia just to make sure Damian would never come to be.
He just wanted us on the edge of our seats for a little bit. Just sweating it out until, the last few minutes of the movie.
Then he gets born like in a, Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday, and he's this horrible fetus monster, and Batman has to punch him to death.
Yep.
And that's the true meaning of Christmas.
Amen.
I'm so lost.
I know.
All right.
It doesn't help that I'm on like 50,000 milligrams of painkillers.
So let me ask another question. Who here is a fan of He-Man? Because I am.
I like He-Man. He's pretty cool.
It was a little before my time. I'm letting my age show.
All right, because John Chu is going to be directing that movie apparently. I'm excited, but then again, Sony's behind it, so
By the man who did the Justin Bieber movie? Surely he understands He-Man.
He did the masterpiece that is Fast Five, so you take that back.
We're just gonna we're gonna end up with what is it? That YouTube video where He-Man's singing the yeah song. That's gonna be the entire movie.
Just 2 hours of that.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I can't get behind He-Man because.
Well, he's not gay, so if you want to get behind him, please.
Well, that's my whole point. When I was a kid, whenever I heard the word He-Man, I was like, that's kind of gay.
His bowl
Before even saying gay was popular, I was like, that's just it's the gayest name of all time. I'm He-Man, man of He.
She-woman.
It's really. The name He-Man doesn't make any sense. I am He-Man, man of He. Yes, he is I. And I travel down a sword.
Hide your wallet, Sean's here. Sean's here.
Okay,
The real question is who's going to play Skeletor in the new movie. I would like to audition for Skeletor.
Hang on. Put in the headset. Who is this Josh dude? Who are you? Did you take my spot?
Hybrid. Yes, Sean, we replaced you while you were gone.
Why did you replace me with the... Wait, okay, Hybrid, what race are you?
We just had this conversation.
No, I'm saying, if you guys...
Hybrid. Picture a hybrid of people in one.
If you replace me with a white dude, I'll be mad.
No, it's a black dude, but he gets better gas.
Sean, we have to keep someone of color on the show because we don't want to get hit.
I'm the ultimate minority.
Right,
we're glad to have you back, Sean. You didn't miss much. We were just talking about the new He-Man movie.
Oh, so you guys didn't even start?
No,
we're starting.
Your claptrap. What's going on?
we have been rolling.
I just started the game.
God damn it!
We're not playing the game. We're doing podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
What podcast are you doing?
Episode 49.
Wait, what's going on?
This is all going in the episode, so people are going to think we're more retarded than normal.
This is the greatest episode ever.
Maybe if you weren't trying to break into my window, you would have realized that we were doing an episode tonight.
This is the true meaning of Christmas.
It's my fault that this is all going wrong.
All right, so wait, let's talk about this. Deadshot, Deathstroke, and someone called China White and Arrow.
Yes.
China White? Oh, wait, where?
The TV show.
Arrow. You just said it, in Arrow.
Arrow.
Yes. More classic DC villains for Arrow. I still don't know if that's going to make the show any good, but
Joel,
it certainly piqued my interest.
How is it considered classic if no one knows who the fuck they are?
Classic by my standards. The guy who loves obscure DC villains.
Okay. First of all, I know who every villain in DC is because I have the DC Encyclopedia on heroes and villains. So I know of all Green Arrow's rogue gallery. Oh wait, never mind. I can't call him Green Arrow. It's just Arrow now.
Just Arrow now.
Oh, so gay.
Oh, I envy your encyclopedia. All the virgins must be bowing down to you right now.
They are. That's right, Nolanites. I know what Batman actually should.
I wonder if they'll include Speedy though sometime in the series. If it progresses similar to how Smallville did, where it was on for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's implying that it lasts longer than one season.
Then we'll see Green Arrow fly once, and it won't even actually be him flying. He'll throw a punch.
That was
Actually,
so.
I really want Arrow to last 3 episodes, and then just show a reel of how they talk to the executives. They're like, hey, we want a show about Green Arrow. what does he do? He shoots arrows.
Better green.
Perfect. Give me 3 episodes, I'll make it the best show possible. It'll be
Hey, Greg Berlanti is involved, so it's probably going to suck. You know Greg Berlanti, my favorite person, the producer of the Green Lantern movie?
Oh, yeah.
The movie was
Anybody with their name attached to the Green Lantern movie is not putting that as their
They
subtitle.
should be burned
Yeah.
at the stake.
Okay.
They're all tainted. Everybody involved
is that
in
how,
that
like,
movie.
I know
CW
this is a
gonna
bad
market
Green
that?
Lantern joke, but I don't have the will to see that.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
I had to.
Green
You're
Lantern.
beating me
Internet
in
high five.
punishment. I gotta up like one up with that. Come on.
I mean, Green Lantern isn't as good as the Twilight movies. I really like Twilight.
I would
okay?
rather watch Twilight than Green Lantern. I'll admit
Yeah,
that.
That's a tough question, actually.
I would rather
watched
watch
the
Green
I'd
Lantern.
rather not
James
see
Slade
either
one
of
that's
those.
least funny.
Honestly,
Dark
I'm
Knight
being
Rises
sarcastic,
again.
but seriously, the Twilight Saga is the best saga. I mean, New Moon is not terrible at all.
I hear
What
they're
is
at least
wrong
funny.
with you, Sean?
Shows up late talking about Twilight.
What's going on?
Go
here?
look at a blue waffle.
Dude, I'm just busting you guys' balls right now.
We know. That's why we love you, Sean.
Oh,
Any other news?
I'm like the employee that just shows up late, his tie's all undone, just all drunk. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm sorry for work.
Oh.
Armin's probably like, his head's probably imploding. Like, how the hell am I going to edit this?
I'm not editing anything. This is all going in. I don't give a
It's
shit.
all going in, people.
Oh, so does that mean I can call every single Nolanite in the world an idiot and a buffoon to think that Batman actually exists in real life? Because, oh wait, my parents are gonna take me out and have me travel 15 miles at night with walking to my mansion that lives outside the city, and we're gonna go down the most murderous
Scary
row of
ass.
all time. Come on, yeah, I'm
Send
gonna
your
take
hate
my
mail
little
to Andrew,
10-year-old there.
everybody. Send
I'm
your
gonna
hate
start
mail to
calling
Andrew, everybody.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, like,
fucking
you know,
bring it on. You guys are morons for
Oh,
like
and
that.
also, Armin, didn't one dude say that Batman wasn't even created by Bob Kane?
Don't
Yeah.
get me started
That
on that. Don't get
guy.
me started on that. That was just.
That was retarded.
That guy
Oh,
and
it's
his
a cyber
group,
slacker.
there's about 12 of them, and they are...
Yeah, you
It even said at the end of the movie, at the end of Dark Knight Rises, it was like they gave a credit to Bob Kane. It was
Well, obviously
yeah,
that guy
they
can't
have to.
read the guy in question.
That's like Stan Lee. You can't say blah 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 wasn't made by Stan Lee.
That's the
Yeah,
guy
it
who
was all
sits in
Jack
the
Kirby.
That's the guy who sits in the movie theater an hour after the actual movie's over, waiting for an extra scene that's never there.
There, exactly. So other
Oh,
news.
They're coming. They're
All
coming.
right.
Oh.
Other news, the awesome director of, Chronicle might not be able to do Fantastic Four reboot due to scheduling conflicts. God damn it.
Let's just not get another Fantastic Four
I'm cool
movie.
with that.
Personally,
Josh
I would
Trank
I would
did it.
prefer the Ultimate Fantastic Four, but whatever.
Yeah,
Nah,
that might
I don't
be
like
where they go
Ultimate
with
Reed
it.
Richards. I think that'd
Dude,
be
I like-
too.
I like
different.
Ultimate Reed Richards. He's
Well, no, I
actually...
like him, but I think if they put him in the movie, like the mainstream audience wouldn't be able to like grasp the concept of a different type of Reed Richards besides like, oh, the super nice
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
that finishes last and
I mean,
He's not nice. He abuses his wife all the time.
I mean, he was
Oh,
that
that's
in the
my
Ultimate
man.
Universe until they made him evil.
Cash
I mean,
Yes.
just they had to
Invisible
make him
Woman
evil.
deserves to be beat.
Okay, yeah, she has a dumb powers, and she's blonde, so yeah.
No, actually, I think her hair is silver, isn't it?
no,
Is
who
it
are we
blonde?
talking about?
Invisible
Me?
Woman?
It's blonde.
Is it? Are you sure?
I'm
I thought it was
pretty
more
sure.
like
Go
the
back to
silver.
reading DC Comics.
It might be platinum blonde, but like
Maybe they can just do the Venture Brothers version of the Fantastic Four. That would be cool.
Oh, that would be amazing.
They could just not do the Fantastic Four, and that would be amazing.
You need
Actually,
Frank
yeah.
Reed Richards.
Why don't you want a Fantastic Four movie?
I hate the Fantastic Four. I think it is the stupidest comic ever written, and I think Ed Stanley's worst comic he ever wrote.
They can
Worst
make
comic
X-Men
ever
work.
written.
They can make
Worst
Fantastic
comic ever
Four.
written. Have you
By
motherfuck-
Stan Lee.
Have you read Catwoman and Red Hood and the Outlaws?
I said by
Oh my
Stan.
god, it's horrible.
Oh,
I
you
said-
haven't read Nightcat then.
Dude,
You need to track
You
down
guys haven't
yourself
even
a
read
copy of
Voodoo
Nightcat.
yet.
Ugh. If you think that's the worst comic Stanley ever wrote, you need to track down a copy of Nightcat.
Or
It's
Barbarella
probably
or
a
something.
10 times better.
What was it, Stripperella? It was one of those.
Stripperella, yeah.
Why did I say Barbarella? What is that?
I don't
That's the
know.
old classic, yo.
Isn't that movie with Pamela Anderson in it?
No, that's
Wait, hold on.
Barbed Wire.
Can I
Oh,
predict
Bar
my
Wire.
Fantastic Four trilogy?
Yeah.
Alright, first movie, Doctor Doom. Second movie, Skrulls. because they'll probably set up for like some scroll invasion or something.
Right,
And then
right.
third movie, possibly Future Foundation.
Another alien invasion.
Yeah.
No, actually, third movie, Reed Richards goes crazy, but then he discovers internet porn and then
I
goes
told you
sane.
guys my idea, right?
He
that
goes to
Fox is
4chan.
like Fox is too stupid to use my idea, even though it would make them buckets of money, right? All right, so they
Actually,
have the
one
X-Men
bucket.
reboot, right? So,
Mhm.
and it's a time period. So why don't they tie the '69 Apollo launch with the Fantastic Four, make that
Yes.
a time period, do the
Yes.
Skrulls, and have the Skrulls and the X-Men, cross over, be like, oh, the X-Men are infiltrated, and then have a giant crossover with the two franchises.
I don't
That would be
think the
amazing.
X Men and
Hmm.
Skrull have ever fought each
I don't
other,
think
have
DC
they?
could handle
Yeah, they
that.
have.
Yeah,
Have
the
they?
X-Men,
X-Men have fought
everybody fought
everybody.
the Skrulls.
Well, you know what I mean. As X Men, I don't think they ever
Oh.
like.
I mean, it's
Oh,
I mean, Wolverine did and stuff.
they don't
but
need to because it's their own thing. They don't want to follow, and it's not like Marvel pimps out the X-Men or Fantastic. They don't pimp out any franchise. Like, how many Amazing Spider-Man toys have you found? None.
Mm.
well, that's not
Mm.
true. I did find a lizard toy.
But I want my Andrew
Huh.
Garfield
The lizard
action
one looks
figure with
disturbing.
hipster action.
It tells you
come
to
with a
listen to
skateboard?
some obscure band that you never heard of.
Mhm. Pull the
See,
string and he scowls and talks back to his aunt and uncle. It's amazing.
No, it's hipster Andrew Garfield. That's why you've never been able to find an action figure.
Aha! Another
See,
internet high five.
To be completely honest, when I was looking at the lizard toy, I thought it was actually like tied to the Dark Knight Rises because it looked like Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Oh wait, oops. that's just actually how he looks.
I actually like what the lizard looked like in the movie.
But he
That
looks
looks
like
pretty
Killer Croc. He doesn't look like.
Well, he looks
Lizard.
like the
More
original
Killer
Croc
lizard
if
looks
I
guy.
like
him.
that.
Ditko originally drew him to look just like that, which I don't mind.
I love the fact that they took the original lizard idea
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
turning everybody into like lizards. I'm like, really? They put that in the movie? I was like, this is awesome.
He did it for no reason, though. What was his motivation for turning everybody into lizards? It went from, oh, I'm so sad about my arm, to lizards for everybody. He didn't even have a family or any reason for us
Okay,
to sympathize
Joel,
with him.
say lizards for everybody in your Zap Brannigan voice.
Lizards for everybody.
Yeah, picture like
Lizards for everybody.
I can picture
I can do
Oprah
better.
doing that on her show. You get a lizard.
Get a lizard. You get a lizard. Everybody gets a lizard.
Of course,
Everybody
Sean would
becomes
mention Oprah.
Hey, you don't like Oprah, dude?
Yeah, you're not bringing Oprah into this, are you, Andrew? I hope not.
Well, Sean had to pick between going to Oprah or the Maury show, so he did the "You Are Not the Father" dance on there.
Yeah, I love Maury too. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't do Out of Control Kids anymore. I miss the Out of Control Kids show.
Oh yeah. The teenagers that's like, I'm 13 and I slept with 62 guys and I have the herpes.
Welcome to the comic book cast, talking about Maury.
Oh, hey
Wait, hold on,
guys,
I
did
have
you
a new theory.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so new theory. First Fantastic Four movie, Doctor Doom. Second one, Namor, and they set it up so I guess the Skrulls are invading, and Namor finds out that, and he blames the Surface Dwellers for that, and attacks the Surface Dwellers, aka Fantastic Four. Then third movie of the Skrull invasion. Then after that, start a new trilogy, Future Foundation, and then have the real Galactus be the villain.
Oh God.
That's such an
Man.
awesome idea. It's
that-
never gonna happen.
It's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
idea, but the thing is, I'd rather they stay away from any Fantastic Four movies until Josh Trank is available. I think that's one
Yeah.
part where you don't need to worry
Yep.
about the director and try and replace him.
Get me to
because
direct it.
It
Very
won't
good.
work.
I will direct it.
What is
I
it
will
like?
bring the golden age of comic book movies back.
Well, I don't understand like what it is with everybody besides Marvel. Why are they so afraid to embrace the comics? Yet again, Marvel embraces it, and they show if you embrace it, the people will love it. So
Yeah.
give us
Even if they
Galactus,
don't understand it, they'll like it because they've never seen anything
Right.
like it before.
Make the movie and the people will come.
Yeah.
I know we joked about this before, saying freaking DC is afraid to do Robin. Meanwhile, you
Oh,
got
yeah.
Marvel, freaking Guardians of the Galaxy and crazy
Give me
shit
Sharon
like it.
Dennis.
Good segue, because let's talk about that. Guardians of the Galaxy just got reported they're doing a rewrite of the script, and people are like going apeshit. It's like, they've announced is a year it's coming out. They're not taping yet, so it's okay to be rewriting. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, no, it's not okay because probably the first script was like right on cue with
Okay,
like
well,
what the Guardian Galaxy is, and now
let
they're
me-
writing it to actually be moved.
Okay,
Like,
what did everybody here think of First Class?
it was pretty
it.
good. I
All
loved
right,
it.
that
That was
movie was
pretty good.
written and shot and cast in less than 3 months.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
So
Well,
that
you didn't need
proves,
just like
special
the
effects. There
Amazing
was, like, no
Spider-Man,
special
only it
effects
turned
in that
out
movie.
good.
well, it turned out amazing. So
Yeah.
I don't mind if it's rewritten.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
Rewritten all the time.
I mean, it's not like we have the script in our hand.
All I'm waiting for is the movie to actually be good.
Right.
You know, that's it.
I have a feeling they should just hire Joss Whedon to oversee every script.
Just
He should like Godfather everything, you know?
he's like
They just
our
go,
Chris
like,
Nolan.
Marvel's answer to Nolan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They
Let's
chain
put-
him up
Of
like in
crazy
Black Snake
Whedon
mode.
everywhere.
let's put Will Wheaton in front of the scripts.
Will Wheaton as Ant-Man?
Will Wheaton.
Shut up, Wesley. That's gonna be Ant-Man.
I want
I
Adam
hope
West to have a
not.
Batman cameo.
Mm.
I really hope Will Wheaton is not Ant-Man. That would be the worst.
That
I think
would be-
Nathan Fillion should do it.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan Fillion can do anything he wants. I'm pretty sure he could walk through walls if he tries hard enough.
No, he can. It's been proven he can.
I mean, Nathan
It was
Fillion
on
can
his
actually
Twitter.
fly. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Can
The
fly.
Serenity, he actually owns that.
I mean, seriously, if he talks to you, instant orgasm for you.
He's the only man I'd ever go gay for. I hate to burst your bubble, Sean, but sorry.
You just walk into, like, Nathan Fillion just comes into your hotel room, you just like, Nathan Fillion, you just bend over right there.
I mean, I'm bummed because Nathan Fillion, I really wanted him to at least do Ant-Man, if not Green Lantern.
Yep.
But, I mean, I know Green Lantern's a stretch because he'd have to kind of get really in shape. But, I mean, at least Ant-Man, and he apparently has no interest in it.
Oh.
Yeah, he did say that he has no interest in Ant-Man.
We'll get Nathan Fillion in a superhero movie yet, goddammit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Adam Warlock's gonna
No.
be in the film.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Wait,
pretty.
wait, wait,
I know,
wait,
I'm
wait.
pretty sure some point in the film they're gonna run into Adam Warlock somehow, like save him or something. He'll have the Soul Gem, and they'll connect that with Thanos as like the reason why they'll be fighting Thanos.
So they're
So-
actually gonna put Adam Warlock in the movie.
They should.
They better.
That's another gem right there, easily in the film
Yep.
franchise.
So I'm not too familiar with Ant-Man's villains. Who would be his villain?
The Red Ants? I don't fucking know.
Fly Swatter, the Michigan man.
Actually, those black ants.
The electric
That's gonna
swatter.
The Roto-Rooter man.
the Raid.
The raid. Actually, Mr. Plinkett coming in here with the fast kill, low irritant kind of raid.
Yeah.
So I think we're all agreed. If they're gonna do Ant-Man, they're only doing this so they can set up Ultron.
Basically.
Oh yeah, that's the only
Which I'm
reason.
cool
I like
with.
this movie.
Honestly,
Oh.
I would only like Ant-Man to be in Avengers. I'd rather he be.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have his own movie.
Yeah.
Are
Well, I
guys,
don't think
like-
he's ever had a standalone comic.
Okay.
Irredeemable
Sound,
Ant-Man.
I'm gonna ask you one by one. Are you pissed as I am about this? Ant-Man over Black Panther and Doctor Strange.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I read something that they're still the script is still out there
Yeah,
for
for Phase
Doctor Strange.
3. That's in like 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
We need
can't.
more black characters. Black
Yeah.
I
No,
don't-
this can work though. This could really work because you could have it be with Ultron, where have Black Panther after Avengers 2, and then Ultron goes to Wakanda for vibranium.
Right. That would.
We'll get Black Panther eventually. It might just not
How
be
about
as soon
Doctor
as we'd
Strange?
like.
Like, if they really want to open up the rest of the universe, a magical character would be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because Doctor Strange is a
you can't
huge
do
part of
Doctor
Defenders
Strange.
too. I mean,
Right.
they're not doing the Defenders, but that's a big part of the whole Thanos thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but a Doctor Strange standalone movie would be released like when Ghost Rider's releases, like in February, because it wouldn't really do much for people. It's all on magic. I mean, isn't like Dormammu is like the villain?
Amu?
Dormammu, yeah.
Dormammu.
But that's the thing. They wouldn't just
Amu.
focus on him. I mean, Marvel knows how to market, clearly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it would like Ghost Rider. I think it would be like, and I think Ant-Man's going to be the
Well,
same way.
Here's a
It's
point.
going to be like a February release.
Marvel is so good at marketing that Captain America made more outside the U.S. than in the U.S.
Oh yeah.
And outside the U.S. hates us, so they're good. They know what they're doing.
Well, it did have a lot of British things in it, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna do Giant Man though.
Mm.
That's the same as Ant-Man, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean like,
But
I wonder if they're just gonna stay with Ant Man, or if they're gonna do like both powers of shrinking and growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, if they actually did go Giant Man, I'll prefer the ultimate costume, not the ultimate personality, though.
Right.
because personality is kind of douche.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hopefully they're smart
Ultimate
enough to know
Ant-Man,
to pick and choose now.
Yeah.
So let's do something we haven't done on a podcast in a while, because I know there's a lot of people here that actually read in comics.
Mhm.
And Ben stuff doesn't read. So I'm just gonna mention a
Ben
few of the
doesn't
com-
read at
We can make
all.
fun of him because he's
They're
not here.
pictures.
So I'm gonna mention a few of the comics I read and just what I thought about them. Captain Marvel, that is hands down one of the best comics
Yes,
I've read this year.
100%.
Dude, I love her suit. I love like the fact that, I thought the mohawk was kind of dumb until you actually see it on her.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like everything about that comic is spot on. Like I think it's so much better than the core of Miss Marvel, what she was.
What did I tell you in that review, though?
Yeah, no, it's
Spider-Man.
yeah. Ultimate
Oh.
Spider-Man, amazing. Avenging Spider-Man, still good, and Batgirl and Aquaman keep to be great. So, yeah. What's Joel? What are you reading?
Just got done the All-Star Western, number 11. My review will be up from that soon. More really good stuff, although I'm certainly feeling the sticky fingers of editorial mandate, where it's like, okay, you got to keep doing this Court of Owl stuff. Yeah, we know the event ended like 2 months ago, but keep it up. And also, Sean and I
I feel
were
you.
thinking of maybe doing the Untold Stories of Punisher Max. I
Oh,
read the
please do
first
that,
one.
yes.
I read the first one, really, really weak. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that story of like the famous chef who wasted all his money and like his entire life trying to remake the Big Mac.
Oh,
That's what it feels like to me. Like someone is trying really, really hard to recreate what Garth Ennis did,
right.
but they don't know why it was as good as it was. So the pacing is the same, the art is very similar, and all the action beats are the same, but you can tell it's an imitation.
Right.
Maybe the second one gets better. I haven't read the second one.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Andy, what are you reading?
Yeah.
What DC shit are you reading?
Unfortunately, I'm reading the Green Lantern ones just to put them up on review because we might have some Green Lantern fans out there that want to hear that. I'm also started reading like from 40, Astonishing X-Men, and I really regret that. I really regret saying that I would review that for you because I've had a whole 10 issues of comics around Jubilee. Oh, she's
No one
now
likes
she's now one of the strongest mutants alive because she's a vampire.
I'm going to cut you off right there. All right. So, Hybrid, what are you reading?
Alright, I'm reading Action Comics, Amazing Spider-Man, Blue Beetle, Captain Marvel, The Flash, Earth 2, Hawkeye, Incredible Hulk. I think I said Justice League already, but if I didn't, Justice League, Nightwing, Mouse Guard, Savage Dragon, Scarlet Spider, Smallville Season
Jesus.
11,
Dang.
Spider-Man, Superboy, Superman, Teen Titans, The Walking Dead, The Ultimates, Ultimate Spider-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Exo Manowar.
So does
I
somebody
have
hold
no
your penis
job.
while you're pissing?
Pull list of every comic available.
Yeah, really. Do you even have time to read them, or do you just absorb them through osmosis? You just rub them
Little bit of
against
both.
yourself.
A little bit of both in
He
between
just
jobs.
touches them, instantly red.
Well, no, it's hard because
You could have just said I'm reading every issue out right now.
Yeah,
No. I would never touch Green Lantern. No offense. I would
Did
never
you touch
that.
Deadpool?
You're a good man for not.
Oh my god, that new Deadpool is so bad.
Oh, I wouldn't touch Batman and Robin either. Like I
Oh,
read
yeah.
one comic of it just to see what would happen when Damian tries fighting Tim Drake, and what happened was what I thought would happen. He couldn't beat him.
Personally, I
only
would go
read the
for
tie-ins.
the other Batman and Robin, the one with Dick Grayson as Batman.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed a comic, Red Robin. I also have
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I
All right,
missed the
so,
comic.
White Sheep,
No,
what are
you
you reading?
didn't.
Wait, what?
I'm asking White Sheep what he's reading.
Honestly, compared to after Hybrid, I'm gonna seem inadequate. But
Aren't we all?
Wait, there's two people? Are you
'cause
both the same person, or what? What is this?
They are a hybrid. They are legion. They are many.
He's Two-Face.
we're
I was
actually
wondering.
neighbors. We've been friends for I guess 3 or 4 years now, and this
Oh, I
is
thought
Secret
you guys-
origins of hybrid.
I thought
He's
you
like,
guys
I
were like
guess.
conjoined at the hip or something. Like, move over, I'm using the mic.
no, but he's I guess hybrid is hybrid because he's half black and half white. So,
What up, though?
but
John.
Oh, he's half of me.
Like I said, I'm the ultimate
I don't have to
minority.
lock my doors with him.
Another brother. Come on, man. Let's join together against these guys.
I can half join you.
no, but yes,
Join the coalition. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
the only
yeah,
two
comics.
I've been reading recently are Spider-Man, which I'm okay with, Teen Titans, and
Woo.
Scarlet Spider, and
Nice.
I guess a little bit of Superboy, but only to keep the Teen Titans thing actually seeming like
No.
continuous story.
Scarlet Spider is so good.
Yeah, I
It
love
is.
it, but
Yeah.
that's out of all of those, I guess honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Teen Titans, but
Yeah, no.
Scarlet
No.
Spider's really good.
I think Irvin and I talked about that a little bit in the new 52. I was like, what's going on here?
Yep.
Speaking of
Oh,
Superboy and whatnot, I actually tried to pick up the Young Justice tie-in comics that they've been doing.
Yeah.
They fill in a lot of the story, but they're not as good as the show.
All right, and Sean, what are you reading?
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2008 series.
Mm-hmm.
Nova.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
Iron Fist. That was like
Gotta get to that.
2007. All right, Venom, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men. What else? Fucking hell. I still gotta do the Deadpool kills Marvel
that
Universe
is
thing.
so
I gotta keep doing that. But these
The
things.
Punisher killed the Marvel Universe first, not to sound snooty, but he did.
I know.
Dude, Dirty Laundry was great.
Yeah.
Oh, Dirty Laundry was awesome. Yeah, fans keep asking us, oh, did you guys see Dirty Laundry? Did you see? Yes, we did. It was freaking awesome.
They keep asking us if we've seen everything. I mean, of course we have.
No, I
Hello?
had a voicemail like I think yesterday. Some guys like, did you guys watch the Avengers yet?
Oh my god!
I'm like, no, I only talk about it on the Facebook post like every other day, so it's cool.
I mean, we didn't even
the
have
Wikipedia article.
I mean,
That's not right.
we didn't have an episode dedicated to that. No,
Called Assemble. Yeah, we didn't do that.
no, we didn't. That Avengers don't even exist. I never even heard of that movie. That movie probably sucks. It's probably worse than The Dark Knight Rises. I never heard of Avengers.
It's Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon, when has he ever done anything good, except for Buffy and Firefly and
Angel.
Dollhouse?
Stan Lee
Angel.
can go kiss it.
Yeah, Stan Lee, what has he ever created except for Spider-Man? And
Except for the
X-Men?
entire Marvel universe.
Yeah, except for everything.
Well, isn't it funny though now? Like anytime Stan Lee writes a new character in comic book, it's like it sucks so bad. It only gets like one issue and then it's off the shelves.
He's getting on there in years. I don't think I'll be as awesome when I'm 80. I'm sure I'll start, failing in the faculties and such. And I'm gonna write.
You're
a
already
strip
failing in
about
the
Super
faculties.
Believers. I know, right? Imagine what I'm gonna be like when I'm 80.
Dude,
But
when
at
I'm
this point,
80,
he's kind of infallible just because of what he's done. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just excused. He's like, oh, Stan, he's just a kooky guy. It's all right.
He's in a video game.
Every time I see him in a movie, I'm just sitting there like, oh, Stan.
I know, right?
He
He's
always
like
looks so
everybody's
lost,
favorite grandpa.
He does. It's
Just
like,
wanna
where's the
pat him on
movie
the
theater?
head.
Where's my seat?
Yeah.
Of fuck. Yeah, I was continuing on with that list.
What are we talking about?
The comics we were reading.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Are you high?
No, I'm just so lost in what the heck
High
we're
Yeah.
talking about.
I mean, I'm still reading Aquaman too. So
Oh yeah.
That's
Pick up a DC book, you Marvelite, you.
Oh, how dare I read Marvel?
How dare I read something that DC had to reboot their entire universe to try to be like and still fails? Oh,
I know, right? If only they created their own Ultimate Universe, but no.
Didn't they do
But,
All-Star? But failed?
Oh, they tried to do All Star, but All Star.
Yeah, Batman said, "I'm the goddamn Batman," and
Batman,
and
were they like trying to do like an all-star Wonder Woman for like 5 years, but it never happened?
Yeah, they tried to. Well, they did All Star Superman, and that was brilliant.
well, the best thing coming out of DC was recently Batman Earth 1. How amazing was that?
that was actually
Batman-
really good.
Yeah.
Dude, that
I haven't
was
read it yet. Should I?
Awesome. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Watch
I know you
our-
guys only talked for an hour about
Yeah,
it.
watch the hour-long review. I mean, that was brilliant.
It was
But,
a great comic.
Uh-huh.
Alfred, a gun.
Yeah.
Finally.
He just shoots Penguin out a window. Just
Oh,
bam.
speaking of Alfred and guns, a news story I didn't think we'd get to. Beware the Batman is actually undergoing major changes and revisions because of the Aurora shooting.
That's so stupid.
Well,
I mean, seriously, but isn't that giving the dude what he wants? I
Yeah.
mean, not necessarily
Basically.
like directly, but he did want to make an impact. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Not to mention too that I had problems. If you go back and listen to other episodes, I had said, why the fuck is Alfred, helping out Batman by shooting guns? I mean, I know he's one of the few characters the Batman is okay with packing heat, but it's always in self-defense, never like actually going out and fighting crime by shooting people.
yeah, I feel like Batman would be like, "Hey, you stop that." Just
Yeah, I
slap him
know,
around.
right? This is a guy who lost his parents to gun
I mean,
crime.
At least give him a water pistol or something. Just
For real.
if you want to
Just
feel
give him
like
a-
you're doing something, go ahead.
give him a beanbag gun.
Armin knows this
Airsoft.
all too well. Armin knows this all too well. Alfred is the most badass character in the world. I killed like 2 of his highest hero clicks with Alfred. Energy explosion.
Yeah, let's impress everybody on the show by talking about our sweet hero clicks.
Yeah. But oh yeah, and also if it was like Batman from like the 40s, you know, the purple glove Batman, if it was him, he would be so perfectly cool with using guns. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm carrying a gun right now. Alfred, carry
really.
that machine gun."
Back when he had a platinum police badge.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, man, that Batman was awesome. And they're like, "Oh, Batman would never kill." Really?
Yeah. Did you hear about the whole Gangster Squad movie
Yeah,
thing?
getting pushed back because of
That's-
it, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're taking out some scenes and they're reshooting some scenes. That I
Because
guess
there's
had
a shootout in a theater.
Yeah, honestly though, when it gets to that point where like other companies and whatnot, or not companies but other forms of entertainment have to basically cut their creativeness or
Yeah,
whatever
that
was in
really
the film
sucks.
Well, I mean-
just for it, I don't really agree with that. Like
That's
really,
bullshit.
don't
When it comes
keep
to
this
art,
thing
either
hyped up.
everything's okay to
Well-
talk about or nothing's okay to talk about.
They're adding
Really-
fuel to it.
I think, in my opinion, they might be doing that not only because it's like it's too soon for any of that, but because I think partially some people are so stupid not to get it that they might
Yeah.
actually think, hey, they just took that from the Aurora shooting. That's really fucked
Uh-huh.
up. Not
Well,
really.
you know,
read
it's
too much
even
into it.
funnier, too, a movie that really suffered from it, that Jonah Hill, Ben Stiller movie, The Watch. In that movie, Jonah Hill plays like a crazy, maladjusted young man with a gun collection, and they're like, hee, isn't that funny? Yeah, it would have been funny a week ago. Now it's
Yeah.
just horrible.
That movie
I want them
bombed
to
so
cancel
bad.
Beware the Batman. I don't want Beware the Batman to come out. I don't even want a new Batman show.
I don't want anything Batman until I get my
Shazam.
Detective Comics the movie.
I mean, yeah, seriously. I mean, I don't want anything Batman for at least like 100
Well,
years.
have you
We are
guys seen
dangerously
Shazam.
close to the Batman singularity where it's all Batman all the time.
It's been all Batman all the time.
Same
and-
Bat Channel.
I mean, I hate how people keep quoting Dark Knight as if it's some smart philosophical crap, you know. And I hate
It's
how
an
people.
entertaining summer action movie, nothing
Yeah.
more.
I hate how people keep wearing Batman shirts, be like, I love Batman, even though I have no idea what Batman even is.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's just, I hate
These people are such nerds, you know? They walk
Yeah.
around with 3D glasses with the lens punched out and use Instagram all the damn time.
Yeah, I mean, on their Facebook post, they put on some like hipster glasses, and they're like, oh my god, such a nerd.
My phone can't even use Instagram. That's the sad part.
Good for you, buddy.
The
Good for
software,
you.
the software can't use it. It says
They
not
did-
compatible.
They take their brother's little Yoda toy. He's all angry because she took it, you know, and she just like on Instagram, just like color it yellow, and she's like, oh god, such a nerd.
Mhm. I just don't even tell people when they ask me what my favorite superhero is anymore. I don't even mention Batman anymore just because they'll automatically start talking about the Dark Knight. So I'm just like Batgirl. That's the only one I'll mention.
And they're like,
Who's
who's Batgirl?
What do
I feel it's terrible that my tastes have been co-opted by this new Dark Knight movie. And people are like, oh, who's your favorite Batman villain? Bane? Oh, yeah, because of the new movie, right? No, I
Uh-huh.
always liked Bane. I'm not
Yeah,
going
right.
around with the crowd. The
Yeah, I
crowd
would
is
say
following
Riddler.
me.
The movies
Oh.
kind of ruin it, though. I mean, either you get or you get really bad Bane, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you mean the really crappy one from the Batman and Robin movie?"
Yeah.
Or you get, I guess a pretty good performance from Hardy, and then
But who is
Everyone's like,
nothing
"Oh,
like
because
his
of the
comic
movie."
counterpart.
I mean, I
Right.
still
And then
see
they
Tom
shit on it
Hardy.
in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still see Tom Hardy as Shinzon from Star
Dude,
Trek Nemesis.
I am Gotham's reckoning.
Oh my god,
Dude,
Sean
everybody
Connery
avoids
just
that.
came. Bane.
Sean Connery with the tin can in his mouth.
Honestly, my favorite and most useless line in that movie was the kids singing, and he goes, "What a beautiful voice!"
I know,
and then
where did that come
blows
from?
the stadium up.
Yeah.
I wish he did more shit like that, like, oh, I'm going to go get a hot dog
And
now.
also, can anybody tell me why there's only why was there only one player on that entire yellow team?
I don't know.
What happened?
Maybe
Under Armour, though, I know I mentioned this before. My uncle works for Under Armour, and he was totally psyched for that scene because there was nothing but Under Armour logos.
Do you realize that the guy that was returning the kickoffs is one of the slowest wide receivers in the NFL, like of all time. Heinz Ward, he can't
Yeah.
even run fast.
No, but
He was
that's the thing is
jogging.
actually, watching that, and I mean, I read a story about it earlier. You see that that's a bunch of Steelers players.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
because they did it in the Steelers stadium.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did it at the field, and I want to say I don't know whether that was just kind of a deal to get the field or whether
Well,
I mean, they did move part of it to Pittsburgh. But-
they shot a lot of the snow scenes in Pittsburgh, and like
Yeah.
with the little bat copter stupid thing
Mhm.
that they had, because it was not a flying machine, it was a helicopter. It was so stupid.
Hmm.
Do we have any more
But
news? We're talking about Batcopters now
Well,
and
I will say, I
Pittsburgh
prefer the-
Steelers.
I want
prefer the
Batman to
back-
fight Hush in a movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I want a Night of the Owls version as well.
Yeah, me too, man.
I don't know if Night of the Owls would do any good, but I definitely think Hush would be like a
Yeah,
great
if they
movie.
adapted Batman.
I hope they
Hush
look at
into
Scott
a
Snyder's
movie.
stuff for the next set of movies.
No, because no matter what happens now, no one will ever live up to the Holy Nolan, and the movies are gonna get creamed for it,
Yeah, if
and
they
that's
put
fucking
Holy
unfortunate.
Nolan.
If they
What made
put
him
another
holy?
Joker in a movie, no one would ever like him
That's
because
so-
they'd be
I
like,
think
"Oh,
they'd stay away from that. It would be like, you don't cast a new Hannibal Lecter till at least 20 years later.
yeah."
Well, that's not true because wait, no. When was Dark Knight? When was the Dark Knight released? Like 2008, right?
Yeah, 2008.
So that was only like 18 years after Jack Nicholson did the Joker, and he's still by far the second best Joker of all time.
Mark Hamill's number one. I don't
Yeah.
care
We
what
need
anybody
Birthday
says.
Boy.
Ugh.
Calendar
Oh,
Man.
So
we
in
need
other
Firefly
news,
is what we need.
did you guys hear that the Ninth Doctor? Did you guys already talk about that?
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
Damn you!
Welcome to the party 10 hours ago, Sean.
He was trying to break into my window. Leave him alone.
Well, I'm gonna still talk about it anyway because you guys are stupid. Okay?
Go for it.
The Ninth Doctor is playing Malekith. There, I said it.
Well, we already
Are
knew
they
that.
gonna have his whole name? His whole name is like Malakath, the Accursed King of Dark Elves, or some crap like that.
Now, give
No,
me
they'll
a
just call
beer
it
and let
Mal.
me settle down.
I want a Flash show.
Oh God,
that's
yes.
That's the thing.
Do
Instead
the
of where the
Flash
Batman,
family.
go to
His
the
family
Flash
is amazing.
show.
See,
Well,
the
you
thing is, I mean, you look at the Superman trailer and you see that DC is like, okay, our only option now is to go Nolan.
Yep.
So I mean,
Yeah.
the whole thing is they're trying to make stuff realistic, and it would be impossible, like nearly
Mhm.
impossible, for them to make the Flash, Wonder
I
Woman,
know.
and Martian Manhunter, and even Green Lantern realistic.
Nolan or bust.
Yeah, essentially, and it is bust. I mean, you're not going to be able to do these heroes if you do the Nolan version of them.
Right.
I love how people
I
always
feel
say
like-
that they want a Justice League movie, but you can't make it work.
No.
Exactly. I feel like what's much more likely to happen, honestly, and be at least moderately successful, is a Batman Superman team up movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
I,
think-
had the theory that if they want to do so much Batman, do a Bat family movie, give Nightwing a movie, give Batgirl
Oh,
a movie,
God.
and Huntress,
Well,
and team them
You need
all
to
up.
actually have Robin in a movie first, I think.
Yeah, true. Well, they
I mean,
sort
more
of
than
did,
Robin John
but-
Blake. I
Yeah.
did
I think-
appreciate that, but
I think
mean-
if they were gonna do a Flash show, they should get Kellen Lutz to do it because I mean he's already been on screen before, running really fast, and he looks pretty good.
Remember
at
they were gonna do the Grayson TV show, but
Yeah.
Nolan
yeah,
said
that's
no
right,
to
the
it.
Flying Graysons, yeah. Well, that's stupid, because what's he supposed to do when he's not Robin? It's like, oh, today I'm swinging on the trapeze, and tonight I'm fighting crime, I guess, maybe.
I'm
I
hitting
don't know.
people
Yeah.
with little sticks.
there you go.
That's
And
what my sex life consists of. Except it's one
Actually-
little stick.
Mine lasts only 3 seconds. Oh God, no.
Well, that's because they see down there and they're like, oh, ugh.
So was there any more news, or are we just off the reservation
No, now we're.
I think
Oh my
so.
God! You just insulted Indians. Great. Please go to our
What? It's a
casinos.
turn of phrase. It's not like I said Indian giver or something. Oh my God, I said Indian giver.
You just made fun of Indians blatantly. Are we off the reservation?
Wait a minute. How are you so shocked that he made fun of Indians?
Because we never hit up on them.
Dude, we
I'd
hit
like
up on
116
everybody
Well,
on
that's the point.
Earth.
Maybe we should.
Although,
hit
to be
up on
fair,
them more.
everybody is 1/16th.
All right. So anybody want to talk about anything else, or are we wrapping this up?
Well,
Um,
I
the
just
fact that-
saw the cover for Gambit 1, and that looks really good.
All right. So we're wrapping this up.
Wait, so we're not gonna list off any mail? Or, wait, we're just saving that.
50th episode spectacular.
Remember, everybody,
sure to
call in
tune in.
episode 50, and if you have questions specific to Hybrid and White Sheep, we'll direct them to them, and they can answer it on the show too if they want.
What I missed?
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I left really quick, so.
All right.
Oh, good. You missed that entire thing.
We thanked you and you left. You know what? I take back my thank you now.
Yeah.
But I'm still here. I was sitting here the entire time.
Dude,
All
you
right.
don't
Who
get a
cares
pizza
about
roll.
you?
You do not get a pizza roll. You get you'll
We can
get
rock
one, but it'll
together, don't
be
worry.
shoved up your ass.
We will steal what we need.
Oh,
Just
Sean,
breaking-
thanks for the pizza rolls, by the way. They're
Oh
really...
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, broke into your house and gave you some pizza rolls.
Yeah, I know. I saw him on the table this
You
morning. and I was
broke him,
like,
put
oh.
him in the microwave, started, knocked on his door, and ran out.
It was the
Luckily,
greatest
luckily, my
breakfast joke.
PS3 was still there too.
Yeah. Wait, you have a PS2? Crap, I missed it.
It's hidden behind the Wii. That's why.
Good strategy.
and nobody wants.
Black guys don't dare touch the weed. I don't have Madden.
Yeah.
I hide all my
Emotion.
money in a copy of Green Lantern, the
You don't
movie. I
have
know
emotion.
no one's ever gonna open it.
They just walk in and be like, ew, is that Green Lantern? It just walks off.
I hide all mine in Batman Begins because no hipster dare touches it. You know.
Yeah,
The way
anybody that doesn't even know what Batman is automatically stays away from Batman and Robin.
You know, I
Batman's
had
included.
I told you guys about that a couple months ago, right? When I had a person, we were talking about the Dark Knight, how much I didn't like it. I'm like, man, the third movie. He was like, I don't understand why they keep calling the Dark Knight Rises the third movie. There was no first one. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I know. I can't believe all the people who don't know Batman Begins was where the series
Yeah.
starts.
Why do you think it's called Batman Begins?
How did Dark Knight even make sense to you if you didn't
Yeah.
watch the first movie?
I know, and
What
It
would be
gets
the
even
point
weirder.
of Scarecrow in the third movie if you
No
didn't
one's-
see Batman Begins?
And also, like, I like how people always, like, some people actually think that Dark Knight is a sequel to Batman 89.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Okay, so
Oh, some people thought Amazing Spider-Man took place between 2 and 3. That's
Oh
people.
yeah, those morons. They're a
I'm
different
like, oh
class
yeah,
of
it totally
moron.
took place. Just different actors, different ways in which he got his powers, different villain. But yeah, it takes place in between.
I mean, I feel like I was talking to my dad earlier, like this week, and he hadn't seen Dark Knight yet, and he was like, "Man, I saw Batman Begins, and I was like, then you should watch Dark Knight." He was like, "Yeah, my favorite Batman is still Michael Keaton." I was like,
Well,
I can't get over Bruce Wayne in like an Argyle sweater.
Unfortunately,
Reconcile that.
unfortunately, I might have to go see Dark Knight Rises again tomorrow night because my wife hasn't seen it, and we have no kids tomorrow night. So
Dude,
save
if it
your
was-
money,
it
buy
was
some
me-
coke.
I have free tickets.
Dude,
I
if
have
it was
free
me,
tickets.
I would just, like, I would blindfold myself the entire time and just jerk it. That's it.
I don't think it's that bad. It was an enjoyable summer blockbuster.
Exactly.
Just sure, it made no sense, but
It
some
was
of
an
my
sorry.
interesting film, but
movies
it
with
wasn't
no
traditional.
sense.
It's gonna be nominated for Best Picture according to every Nolan.
Oh, that's ridiculous when they said that. Oh, yeah, there's already a bunch of buzz for Best Picture. No.
And Nolan's gonna get like Best Director, Bale's gonna get Best Actor, Hathaway's gonna get Best Actress.
I think
Yeah, we all
actually
thought
Gotta be
Hathaway
a sweep.
could,
the last
could
one,
win
too.
best half actor, whatever.
I just gotta
Wait, no,
say
she's
that
a woman. She belongs in the kitchen.
I
No,
will.
actually,
I will
she belongs
bet
on my
my cheap here on the Oscars, and I'll keep my Oscar betting money in Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider 2, Spider-Man 3, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then X-Men: The Last Stand cases.
Hey, Ghost Rider 2 was amazing.
I do love that
Vengeance
movie.
was
It's
I
about
love
as
that
good
movie.
as Ghost Rider's gonna get on the big screen. in my
Uh-huh.
Should
opinion.
be rated
Was.
R. Ghost Rider should be rated R. Wolverine should be rated R.
Yeah.
And Punisher should be rated R. At
Yes,
least.
thank you.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dirty Laundry was what it should have been for the
Okay,
entire
Warzone
movie.
was pretty damn brutal, but just the script was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's
Warzone
going to be a
grew on
wrap.
me
We're
almost.
at about an hour.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
are we still recording?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
All right,
pretty
everybody.
I'm pretty
So,
sure I just came in here for like 20 minutes and that was it.
it feels so good. Oh, I'm coming.